Present simple versus present continuous. That's I do versus I'm doing. For more information on the structure and the spelling rules of each tense, then check out my videos Present Simple Tense and Present Continuous Tense. You can find the links in the description. So when do we use the present simple tense? With state verbs. These are the verbs that are not actions. Likes and dislikes, needs and preferences, thoughts and opinions, senses, to talk about possession, and the verb to be. Let's see some examples. I like pizza. I want a new bike. He doesn't understand the question. We need more time. Children believe in Father Christmas. They don't feel like going out tonight. He knows her name. I have 2 brothers. If you'd like to see more examples of state verbs, then check out my video, Present Simple Tense. We also use the present simple tense to talk about repeated actions, habits, and routines. And we use frequency adverbs to talk about this. So, if we do something 0% of the time, we say never. Then rarely, hardly ever, sometimes, often, usually, almost always, and always. Now, the adverb appears before the main verb in the phrase. I never eat fruit. We rarely eat fruit. They sometimes eat fruit. You often eat fruit. He usually eats fruit. She almost always eats fruit. It always eats fruit. Notice that for he, she, and it, we add s to the main verb, eats. I usually get up at 8 o'clock. He often sees his friends after school. We sometimes play football in the park. I almost always go to the cinema on Saturdays. They rarely have cereal for breakfast. She always walks to school. You never play tennis. If the main verb is the verb to be, then the adverb goes afterwards. I am never late. We are hardly ever here. They are sometimes tired. You are often funny. He is usually on time. She's almost always at home. It is always hungry. I'm usually here. He is often at the office. We are sometimes funny. I'm almost always cold. They are rarely late. She's always busy. You are never available. The cat is always asleep. We can also use adverbial phrases to talk about routines, habits, and repeated actions. For example, every day, once a week, every Thursday, or we can say on Thursdays, twice a week, 3 times a week, every weekend, twice a day, twice a month, 3 times a month. Now, unlike the frequency adverb, the adverbial phrase goes at the end of the sentence. I study English every day. We play football once a week. They do PE twice a week. You have science class 3 times a week. He goes to the beach every weekend. She sees her family on Saturdays. It eats twice a day. I get up at 8 o'clock every day. He sees his friends after school 3 times a week. We play football twice a week. I go to the cinema once a month. I brush my teeth twice a day. She has basketball practice once a week. They go shopping every Sunday. We also use the present simple tense to talk about facts or general truths. The sun rises in the east. Water boils at 100 degrees. The earth rotates around the sun. Summer in Spain is hot. Tigers are big cats. Iguanas eat insects. London is the capital city of England. Humans need water to survive. We can also use the present simple tense to talk about permanent situations. She lives in Spain. I am an English teacher. They are police officers. He is married. They are French. He works from 9 to 5. They come from Madrid. She has blonde hair. And we can use the present simple to talk about the future when we refer to something that has a set time. The bus leaves at 6 o'clock. My flight arrives at 9 p.m. The class starts at 3 o'clock. What time does the class finish? The train departs every hour. The autumn term ends at Christmas. The plane takes off at 5 a.m. The bus gets to Seville at 8:30. So now let's look at the present continuous tense. We use the present continuous tense to talk about actions that are in progress at the time of speaking, now or at the moment. I am singing. The action started before now and is in progress at the time of speaking. It may or may not continue after the time of speaking. I am waving. He is buying a new bike. He isn't writing a story right now. We are studying at the moment. Look, that dog is jumping. What are you doing? I'm pointing at the board. Listen, he's playing the piano. We can also use the present continuous tense to talk about temporary situations. I am staying with my mum for a fortnight. What's a fortnight? A fortnight is a period of time, 2 weeks. So the action is in progress now and will continue for 2 weeks. At the end of the 2-week period, I will return home. So this situation is temporary. I don't live with my mum. I'm just staying with her for 2 weeks. I'm staying with my sister for a few months. When the few months are over, I will go home. He's learning to drive at the moment. Hopefully he won't be learning to drive forever, so this is a temporary situation. We are sleeping downstairs until the bedroom has been painted. Once the bedroom has been painted, we will sleep upstairs again. I'm doing a Spanish course this month. Next month, the course will be finished. They usually work in the evening, but this month they are working in the morning. When this month is finished, they will return to working in the evenings. We also use the present continuous tense to talk about future arrangements. I am meeting my friends at 9 o'clock tonight. An arrangement is a future plan that is very certain. Usually it involves another person or some kind of action to make the plan happen. I'm going to France in the summer. This is very sure. I have bought my ticket. We are meeting at 10 o'clock tonight. We've spoken on the phone and we've decided where we will meet and when. He's seeing the dentist on Friday. He has an appointment. They're playing in the concert on Saturday morning. Tickets have been sent out. What are you doing tonight? In this case, we may or may not have a fixed plan for the evening, but what are you doing tonight is the most natural way to ask somebody about their plans for the evening. I'm catching the 6 p.m. train. I've already bought my ticket. She's going to the cinema later. She knows which film she's going to see and what time. So use the present continuous to talk about a slowly changing situation. The Earth's climate is getting warmer. His grades are improving. Her Spanish is getting more fluent. Technology is getting cheaper all the time. The economy is improving. English summers are getting hotter. Your son is growing stronger every day. Notice that son and sun, although spelled differently, are pronounced the same way. Sun. We can also use the present continuous tense with always to emphasize that something happens too frequently. I'm always losing my keys. I have lost my keys many times, and I will continue to lose my keys in the future. I'm always losing my glasses. My neighbours are always playing loud music at night. English people are always saying sorry. My mum is always leaving the lights on. Why are you always complaining? And we can also use the present continuous tense when describing a photo. This is something you may have to do if you are doing an English speaking exam. And if we want to describe what is happening in the picture, we use the present continuous tense. He is holding a glass of wine. They are looking at each other. They are smiling. She is wearing a blue t-shirt. He is wearing a blue shirt and a suit jacket. He is wearing glasses. So now that we've looked at when to use the present simple tense and when to use the present continuous tense, let's look at the two tenses side by side so you can really see the difference. Permanent versus temporary situations. For the permanent situation, we use the present simple, and for the temporary situation, we use the present continuous. I live in a flat in the town centre. I'm staying with my friend for a week. I drive to work. This is a permanent situation. I drive every day. This week I'm taking the bus because my car is being repaired. In this case, the action is temporary and will only last for 1 week. I work as a teacher. This is my job. It is a permanent situation. I'm working part-time as a waitress to help pay for university. In this case, the job is temporary and will finish after university. Facts versus actions happening now. For facts, we use the present simple tense. For actions happening now, we use the present continuous tense. Water boils at 100 degrees. The water is boiling. Let's turn it off. It often rains in April. Don't forget your umbrella. It's raining now. She speaks 4 languages. She is speaking Italian at the moment. Repeated action versus happening now. For repeated actions, we use the present simple. For actions happening now, we use the present continuous. What do you usually have for lunch? What are you eating right now? She plays tennis on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays with S means every Tuesday. She's playing tennis at the moment. What do you do? This is an interesting question because what do you do has a very specific meaning. It means, what's your job? What are you doing now? What are you doing in this moment? Typical versus atypical behavior with the verb to be. So for typical or usual, normal behavior, we use the present simple. For atypical behavior, that's behavior that is unusual, we use the present continuous. You are usually so sensible. You are a sensible person. Why are you being so silly at the moment? You're not usually silly, so why are you being silly now? Anna is usually very confident. She's a confident person. But now she's being very shy. In this situation, her behavior is different. He is a thoughtful, considerate person. I wonder why he's being selfish. He's not usually a selfish person. With the verb have. If have refers to possession, then we use the present simple tense. I have 2 brothers. She has a new red jacket. Do you have a pencil? He has brown hair. Have is also used in a lot of expressions, and in this case it can be either present simple or present continuous, depending on whether the action is a repeated action or it is happening in the moment. I have a shower every day. Here we use the present simple tense because this is a repeated action, a routine. I'm having a shower at the moment. Here we use the present continuous tense because the action is happening now. They often have fun. This is a repeated action, and so we use the present simple tense. They are having fun right now. This action is happening at the time of speaking, and so we use the present continuous tense. I always have breakfast at 7 o'clock. We use the present simple because this is a routine. I'm having breakfast now. We use the present continuous because the action is happening now. With look, we can use the present simple tense or the present continuous tense, and it does not change the meaning. You look good today. You're looking good today. You look tired. You're looking tired this morning. In each case, the meaning is exactly the same. With feel, we can also use the present simple or the present continuous tense, and it does not change the meaning. How do you feel? How are you feeling? I feel good today. I'm feeling good today. With the verb think. If think means have an opinion or believe, then we use the present simple tense. She thinks it's a good idea. I think YouTube is very useful. What do you think about the news? Do you think you will always live here? But if think means consider, then we use the present continuous. I'm thinking of moving to London. He's thinking about going out later. She's thinking of accepting that job offer. They're thinking about joining the rowing club. Now, always can be used with the present simple or the present continuous tense. I always get up on time. This is a repeated action and has no negative meaning. He's always getting up late. This is also a repeated action, but it has a negative meaning because it is repeated too often. So, in the present simple, always carries no negative meaning. It is used to refer to an action that we do habitually. But if we use the present continuous, then this expresses a negative feeling. It is an action which happens more than we would like. She always remembers her glasses. You're always forgetting your glasses. When we describe a photograph, we can use the present simple tense and the present continuous tense. And it depends on whether we're talking about a state versus an action. For talking about states, we use the present simple tense. The table is round. She is using a computer. Here we use the present continuous tense because we're referring to an action. The plant pot is white. She is wearing a vest and a ring. She has dark brown hair. She is wearing glasses. She looks like a student.